Hello everyone, and welcome to a new game. This is Rift. It's a mmorpg. I don't exactly remember who makes it, maybe Try On Worlds. I can't remember for the life of me. But it's kind of a neat little MMO. It's very similar to Warcraft with a few kind of subtle differences. I'll explain that as we go along. For the most part, this is a free-to-play game. You don't have to buy the expansions. Well, there's not really much to say about it right now. We can just kind of go as we go along. For those who care, my current shard or world or realm, depending on what you do, it's realms in Warcraft, is Seastone's PvP world. Starting. Now, in this game, there are two factions. There are the Guardians and the Defiance, and now we'll read a little bit about them. The Guardians are the chosen of the gods, brought back from death to save the world from the corruption of the dragons. Each Guardian has a great destiny to become a celestial being. Defiance have taken fate into their own hands, turning away from the Vigil to pursue their own plan. They harness the power of the planes to fuel magical technologies for the defense of Talara. Let's click it first. Show you what we got. Be the male and female V-Trace. For the Guardians, we have the Mythosium. Long before it was destroyed by the Shade, Cold Mythosia was ever home of legendary heroes and warriors. Now, something else to point out is that each race kind of has an active and passive ability. The active ability of the Mythosian is to increase movement speed of the Mythosian and nearby group members 30% for 10 seconds. This ability cannot be used in combat and it's a 2-minute cooldown. Its passive is that death resistance is increased by 20. I believe death is actually a form of power myth. As you can see, the male and female have the same power as the male Mythosian looks like. The female Mythosian, sorry. The High Elf, the oldest of the races of Talara. The High Elves are protectors of the land, wise and skilled. Their tranquil nature masks a group of its dedication to the gods. Sorry about that, guys. Their ability is Angelic Flight. Fly towards a selected area, cannot be used in combat. It's a 15-minute or 15-second cooldown. And then they are resistant to life. Dwarves are known for their stolid, and pragmatic nature. But also a curious and creative people, masters of whatever craft they employ. Welcome back to this. Restores 8% of each health and mana each second over 13 seconds. As a 10-minute cooldown. And then they're resistant to water. Nothing to Defiance over there. We have the Eth. The Eth rose up in deserts of the south. A clever and resourceful race, they have a tradition of taming their environment with magic and technology. Their ability is Agility. Increases movement speed 50% for 15 seconds. This ability cannot be used in combat, has a 15 or 2-minute cooldown. And they are resistant to earth. The elves of Lost Kalari Isles have been tainted by generation of exposure to raw linear magic. Powerful spiritual mediums, the Kalari are powerful but somewhat unpredictable race. Their ability is Camouflage. The Kalari transforms into a fox for 30 seconds, decreasing their range by which enemies can aggro them and despawning any pets the Kalari may have. This ability cannot be used in combat. Sorry, I'm trying to find something here on something else. Get this going. Really should just There it goes. And then later say the fire lines, they're resistant to fire by 20%. Now for the bombing. These exotic tribesmen of the Brazade Canyons are a hospitable race, strong, clever people who excel both in the arts of war and crafts. Mighty leap allows them to leap to the target area and to resist the air. I think I'm gonna go for the Guardians here. The good guys. Put myself in with those here. Basically. Alright. Now, here's how this works. One, I don't have the Dream Soul pack, so I don't have the 4th here. But every class can fulfill every race, and I will explain that as we go along. But to start off with, I believe I'm going to do a mage. Warriors are front line fighters who wear plate armor to protect themselves in battle. Clerics over here, clerics are spiritual experts who wear chainmail and wield divine power. Mages are spellcasters whose only defenses are the cloth armor and potent magic. Rogues are skirmishers in leather armor, excelling in both melee and ranged combat. There are 4 roles in this game. There's tank, damage, support, and healing. For the most part, everyone can fulfill 3, and then with the Dream Soul pack you get the final. So for Warrior, I have the souls to make a tank, a DPS, or a support. I don't have the souls for the healer, or soul for the healer. The cleric has the healer, the tank, the damage. I don't have the support. I don't have the tank for the mage, and I don't have the healer for the rogue. Play the mage or play the cleric. See how it needs. I'll play with the mage. Now here's how this works. These are technically roles, you could call them. The Arcanist, which I don't have the Dream Soul pack. Storm Legion, and Storm Legion. The Beginner. These don't really matter, and I'll explain that in a second. But I'll go over some of them, I guess. Here's we'll go over the ones I can do. The Beginner. Summon your deadly allies from the grave. They're, well, you know what? Nah, I won't cover them. Here's what some of these can do. Here's what some of the warriors can do. And rogue. I actually have a pretty high up in rogue. I do like the rogue. I just didn't feel like doing them again. Say who uses fire and death. Death is actually an attribute in this game. I believe also every one of them has some form of ranged. This one uses, the cleric uses life magic, and mage is obviously ranged, and it has some melee magic abilities. The rogue has ranged weapons, and the warrior has, I believe, some ranged weapons as well. In a later video, I'll probably go through some of the souls for each of the classes and let you see how that works. Cool. There. Let's see some of the clerics. The cleric is kind of a paladin, not exactly, but in a way, kind of like a paladin.
Shia!
Now we're gonna put mage. We'll start with a quick. That is a very cool pet. I do like that pet. Alright. Now, I don't really care much for the character creation. I think he looks good anyway. So I'll probably just change the eyes to, I don't know. Let's do something cool. Let's do something like a light blue. Jump on over there. No, actually, it's kind of a red tint. Kind of like a red tint. I don't know that I have any markings. I don't know. There we go. Let's see something cool going on. That's what we do, and then the marking will be for us. There we go, use that. I am a fairly tan person. Tan. That'll work. That's pretty cool. Now for let's do board. Alright.
The king of Mythosia would have sacrificed the world to Regulus the Destroyer. The faithful rebelled against his heresy. We overthrew the tyrant and put his armies to the sword. Defeated in battle, he turned to the machines of the Defiance. Their devices drew upon the power of the dragon, a power they could not control. This is the day the rifts came. This is the day we died. But the gods of the Vigil intervened. Their messengers went among the fallen and ascended the worthy, not for their virtue, but for their might. In you, they placed their faith, their hope, and their power. You are our salvation. You are a guardian.
Use the WASD keys to move your character. W is forward, S is backwards. A will turn left, holding the right mouse button while moving the mouse.
As you can tell, that was the beginning video to Rift. Let's go ahead and do. It's been a while. Set this up.
In this mode, you can change transparency.
Defaults. Like that, but I'm trying to get more than one action bar. I was trying to learn how to do that. So it may not even be there. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, the reason I do this is because, as I'll have to show you in a second, let's go. Actually, let's do 3. We can edit it and make it smaller. There's action bars. 3. 5. Okay. Settings. This right here. This one right here. Sorry about this. This isn't the most serious. Just trying to get this in. That worked. Oh. Saved. Now I have all of these. Now, the reason I did that. Alright. So, we can talk about this. These are called souls. These 3 things I have right here, the Elementalist, Necromancer, and Pyromancer souls. And down here are my rolls. You start off with 1, you can buy more and have multiple rolls to set. Here's how it works. Each soul has a specific thing it does. Say, Elementalists here. Elementalists are offensive mages who specialize in manipulating and controlling raw energies of the planes. Through fierce discipline and strict study, they have learned to master the primal forces of the elements and bind them to physical form to serve their will. Each point in Elementalist increases damage done by 1%, increases pet damage by 3%. Calling is a mage, because that's my calling. That's my class, kind of. These are kind of unique things that they get. And then here's where you spend your points. As you spend points, you move down. So say when I spend 2 points here, I get this move. I get Lightning Strike. Same goes for all 3. However, if I click here, I have a list of all the other ones I have access to right now. The Dominator, which is a support specialist. It does terror, stuff like that. Warlock, which does dots. Stormcaller, which focuses on electricity. Chloromancer, which is a healing specialist. And the Archon, which is a support specialist. So what I will probably take care of is do Archon. Let's get to that in a second. But back to what I was doing. In any case, I'm going to use the Archon so that I can get buffs. I can steal opponents' skills, like here, for instance, the two I start out with. Deal 48 fire damage over 8 seconds. Apply Searing Vitality to the mage each second, increasing endurance by 1 per stack, max of 5 stacks. Deals 45 earth damage, reduces strength, dexterity, and wisdom for 5 minutes, counts as a primary bolt. Necromancer has his stuff. And the Pyromancer. So what I'll do is I'll use Necromancer to summon and control my pet, Pyromancer do damage, and Archon will give me a buff. That's kind of what I would do. Going for 1, we can control. Pyro. Let's call it Undead Fire. And that is what I do. Start off with a couple of points, and I think I will probably put them. That. Special Skeleton Zealot. Big gold. And now you can see we have 1 point units. Let's save an exit. Now I no longer have this. This means it's summon right there. Alright. Now that soul stuff's maybe. So I feel like I'm missing something. There we go. I don't exactly know how well this is going to play out, but I do want to try it. 10 cents, I guess. Alright. Before anything, this would be the first quest, but we'll get to that in part 2. For now, I will show you all a little bit about how this is going to play out. This game looks beautiful, but it really does. It doesn't lag all that much. Just had a little bit there by the time the starting area. If I sell it, take care of this today. As you can tell, I have something called charges. And I don't remember if I have anything that actually uses charges. Basically, it's kind of like a finisher. Everyone has something, but Rogue kind of has combo points like WoW does. So and so. In any case, I think this will be a long enough video for an intro. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thank you all, and I hope y'all enjoy.